seeing opinion pieces like Just Hun and Dave Cam and stuff like that that are still doing no good for the game, and they're not even a proper review. I've seen a few people that are a part of the PMR community that were still simping. They were being too nice, and they were trying to defend it or explain it or whatever and being too nice about it just because it's her. And they were simping. And then everybody else was fucking simping and was like just jumping on the bandwagon, doing the low blows, like about how they like it. Was a cesspit. They're a casual sim racer that's become big time because they're a pretty girl, a somewhat pretty girl. And I'm not being mean. She's a girl in the sim racing scene, so they flock to them. Look at the chick on Traxion, Emily, the Aussie chick. Same thing. But she's very intelligent and a very good driver and plain Jane. So, but same thing. Female, flock. Just Hun, she's got like 10k, something like that. Come onto the scene a year or two ago and absolutely blew up through Gran Turismo because she's a bit of a ditzy blonde. Bit of an airhead blonde. I think she plays up to it too, truthfully. Like, I'm not judging her at all. She's lovely. English girl next door. But I think she plays up to it too. I think she definitely plays up to it. The way her video content is produced, with the way she plays to the camera and the act, she plays up to it. 1000% plays up to it. But anybody who is in these way lower skill levels of any racing game that they choose to play, to have the people that flock to them and think their opinion is worth a grain of salt when they're new to the scene, anybody that listens to anything she had to say is like, well, bro, she can't get past C grade in Gran Turismo. Like, what's it say about skill level and understanding of driving? And I'm not knocking, man. I'm just speaking the truth. I'm really not trying to knock, though, or attack anybody's individual. Like, she's got a following and a style and very much a niche. And I've seen it long before her type and long after, especially when it comes to sim racing, but females in the gaming form. That they don't necessarily have to be good or good at all. With guys, it's a lot harder. And like, I think there's girls out there too that absolutely know what it is. I know it's not the girl's fault. It's what I'm about to get into. I'm not having a shot. I'm all for OnlyFans, mate. Let the girls do whatever they want to do. At least they're controlling the way they get the money. The girls do know they have that ability. They know that that's the world they live in. They've dealt with workplaces for the longest time where they get belittled or get, disregarded or whatever. We are living in a society where girls know that they don't even have to, and I'm not saying Just Hun does any of this at all. She is a female, a pretty female in the sim racing scene. She's a female in the sim racing scene. She could look like a fucking cave troll. She could look like a cave troll. They'd still follow her like the masses because she's a female. And there's a lot of sad dudes in the world that don't get many chances to talk to females and have females talk to them. And that's the truth of it too. I'm not at all disregarding that. But I think that she's that's why I'm saying I think that it's a character too that she plays into. I think they all do. I do. Streamers do. Rory does. I'm not having a shot at her. I'm going to stop talking about it.
So, to unpack this and to explain why I use that as an example is because this is what I deal with since I started, like since day one. So to give a bit of a backstory to it, I did a video about Project Motor Racing in which about 2 or 3 people didn't like the video, one being himself. Dave Cam also did a video. I didn't actually realise we posted it very similar times. So it seemed like maybe 2 creators were coming and bashing on a game that he played. That wasn't the intention, by the way. I had no idea that Dave Cam was doing a video. But I was just going back because I'd been asked previously to go and check the game out again. And I gave my opinions on the game, which I still stand by. Dave Cam also did a fantastic video on it, except this gentleman decided not to go in on him, but me. Now, listen, Dave Cam's got a massive following, so he would have to be quite the brave man to take on Dave Cam and his following. That, and Dave Cam is a fantastic sim racer, content creator, etc. Love Dave Cam. I watch him quite a lot. Hi, Dave. How are you? Not that you watch my videos, but anyway, that was where this all stemmed from. My problem with it is the way that he spoke about me and Emily, and how he spoke about basically any female content creator known to man. This is something that I've had to deal with throughout. And when people say it's easier, I really struggle to understand that, especially in sim racing. So just to give a bit of background information into my sim racing, I know people think I've only been around for a couple of years. I've actually been around for about 6 years altogether. I was on Twitch before this. I did a lot of Formula One content. I'm a huge F1 fan, and I primarily just used to play the F1 game on Twitch, messing around. The reason being, I didn't really take sim racing very seriously then, and he kind of highlights a lot of the reasons why I didn't, and I still struggle to see a reason to take it seriously. For anyone who was around before, I was actually known as Formula Hun, and I received a cease and desist from FOM to not use the name, and that's why I became just Hun. I moved over from Formula One because I didn't have a great experience in that realm. Not people that watched me or communities or random people on the internet. It was primarily the area that I was in. And I was spoken to kind of like how this gentleman decided to talk about me. And it was a constant thing. And it was just overall more of a jealousy thing. And you can say that for him, it comes across that way. But it got really, really bad and still continues to this day. I come on the Gran Turismo scene a couple of years ago. However, I've been playing Gran Turismo and racing games since I was a little girl. I've played all sorts of racing games, from Ridge Racer, Need for Speed, more Sims. Years ago, I tried a Assetto Corsa, played that for a bit. I got my first wheel, which was a T80 from Thrustmaster. I've not just jumped onto the scene and got to where I am because I'm a girl, as he likes to put it. However, to take the bits about Emily, and if you don't know who Emily is, I will link her content. Emily is a fantastic sim racer. Like, she qualified. She qualified for GT World Series. Like, she's quick. She's seriously quick. She's beautiful. She's talented. She's intelligent. She does real racing, from what I've seen. Like, she is the full shebang, let me tell you. She competes with men at a really high level in sim racing. Yet, it's still boiled down to the fact that she's a girl. And the treatment in which we receive is just really not great. So for me, coming into sim racing, I've always known I'm not quick enough for a start. I'm handicapped by the fact I'm blind in one eye. So I knew I wouldn't be massively competitive, but I also didn't think I had the chance because of how women are treated in that realm. And listen, I have to clarify things because it's not everyone, and it isn't always like this. It's like it a lot, but it isn't always like this. However, if you're a young girl going into this very male-orientated world, and that is what you're hearing live on the internet about someone talking about you and degrading you and making out that you're not worth listening to, you're not worth watching, you're not anything good enough, that would really, really affect you. And obviously it's affected me, because this is why I'm making a video about why it's hard for women in sim racing. It's not just random people on the internet, it's at the high level, and it's not everyone. And I will clarify this. It is the small-minded guys like him who use us as an excuse for them not doing well. And that's primarily what it is. He believes that he's better and has more of an understanding and knowledge of sim racing than I do, and therefore he should do better than me. And it is purely jealousy, but it happens way too much. It's just really sad to see that this problem still exists today. I mean, I did a bit of karting when I was younger, and I just remember the boys having a real problem with me even being there. And to be honest, it's still the same, but in a game, which I don't know how many times that I have to clarify this. Women in sim racing are not doing anything to affect you. If you're good and quick enough, then us being here isn't affecting you. If me being in a content creator role, doing sim content is causing you, or you feel it's causing you and your numbers to be less, and you to do badly, you need to go and have a look in the mirror, mate. There's 24 hours in a day. My 10-minute video isn't stopping you from being a better content creator. Me being in a sim rig with a sim wheel, or any woman, isn't affecting you in any way, shape or form. And it's just, there's been times when I've just been like, do you know what, I'm done. And if I hadn't have worked so hard to be where I am, and there is the misconception if I just sit here and that's it. I mean, come on, I'm 37 this year. There's no just sitting here and looking pretty anymore. I'm over that sort of age bracket now. Like, there are millions of girls that they could go and watch who are beautiful and entertaining. Like, they don't have to sit and watch me. It's laughable, honestly. I can't believe he brought Emily up, because like she's so good. I would love to be as good as her. Like, seriously, and still it's just, oh well. It's so frustrating, and for years I've just had to sit there and just go, okay, and sit in conversations with other creators in meetings, and just they've been like, oh well, you're gross probably because you're a girl. It's like, is it? Great. It's ridiculous, and I'm gonna end it. I don't want to make it a long ass video, but I've had such great support during these past 6 years. I have made countless amount of friends, and for any young girl who wants to get into sim racing, as much as there is the negativity, and listen, I can't sugarcoat it. It's there. There are people like him who ironically pulled up about how we're treated badly and went and done it himself. But yeah, they exist. They're there. They're doing it all the time. They're at the high level. They're at the low level. They're there. But for a handful of them, there are thousands of people who support me. And that's insane. And that's what's kept me going for as long as I have. It's what's made me take sim racing a bit more seriously and learn to get quicker. And I'm having coaching with Hoggy soon, and you know, who's another creator who's fantastic, who's been incredibly kind and supportive. Like, it wills you on, and it really does. Those voices really do start to go to the back of your head, and you start to forget them. But that behaviour is not acceptable. It's not on. It's not fair, and it shouldn't be happening. And I don't. For me, I've let it go on for too long with people, and I'm just at the point now where I'm like, look, it's not on. You don't have to like me. It's fine. It's cool. But to be that disrespectful is beyond. And if you are thinking about getting into sim racing as a female, you're looking for advice, anything like that, my DMs are always open. I've had to close off a few of them. I don't think you can message me on Instagram or Twitter. But Discord, the link to my Discord is in the description. Amazing community I have. Let me tell you something now. Those, honestly, the majority of them are male. There are decent men in this world. They exist, and they're in my Discord, and they're fucking fantastic, and they're wonderful, as are my subscribers. They will help support you and guide you along. And if you're ever dealing with situations like that, don't do it quietly. It will get to you. The comments will start to get to you. It's just because you're a human. Talk about it. Talk it over with people. Talk it over with people that will love and support you and make you realise that you have a place here. Yeah, thanks for listening to me ramble on. Don't send hate his way, by the way. I've blurred him out, and I'm not linking anything to do with him. But don't send hate. It's just, he was an example of the many, 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 many men who have spoken and talked to me like that. So don't hate on him. It's not even worth it. Just leave him to it. He can carry on. I don't really care. But again, we're on our way to 15,000 subscribers. So even if you don't like me, just to piss him off, just subscribe. You can always unsubscribe if you want afterwards. But thank you to everyone who has watched my content, even though I know nothing. And thank you for everyone that's been really supportive. I am going to make it my mission to get quicker and to become a half decent sim racer. And I hope you lot will come on along the journey with me. Thank you very much for watching.